What's good, gang? My name's CJ Soup, and today I'm going to be doing a trade breakdown of two trades that I took on my Apex eval, 50k eval, challenge, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Firstly, for the proof, so everyone knows, I got funded after trading this account for, check the trade Zella, traded it for just under 2 weeks. Just under 2 weeks, and I got funded. And majority of that came on one day because that's just how I personally like to trade evals. Like, it's not how I used to always trade them, but now I'm a bit more speedy. Like, let's get to the funded stage. Let's make some fucking money. You know, like, I have to put money into it to get money out of it. And I at least don't want to spend a bunch of time in there. At least I work a job and I allocate a certain percentage of my pay each week to trading. Treat it as if it's like your hobby. Like, people pay a certain amount of money a week to go do fucking rock climbing club or fucking sewing club. I don't know, like something that they do every week, right? A hobby of theirs. This is not a hobby for me. This is my future career, but I'm cool to invest a certain percentage comfortably of my pay into it weekly. Not, okay, I don't want to go on a whole tirade because I want to get to the video, but I know a bunch of people have heard a bunch of stories online, you know, like the come up story. I lost everything. I lost all my money, this and that, and then I came out of the mud, and it was like my last chance, and if it didn't work right now, like, I'm gonna quit, and it work. Man, like, I feel like that's all just to make it, like, so dramatic. If you're truly putting all of your money into trading, even from the get-go, because I want to make it so bad, like, bro, I'm sorry, that is fucking retarded, bro. Bro, that shit is so dumb. That shit is so dumb. Like, because there's prop firms these days. There's ways that you can pay less to get better at the skill. Like, without trading demo. Like, just buy some 50k evals, bro. Apex, Top Step. It's not that expensive, you know. Like, if you blow an account and then buy one immediately after and blow that again in the same day, yeah, then you're cooked. Then you're cooked. Like, you got a little bit to go. So, yeah, I allocate a certain amount of money and I get evals and then pass them. And then even, I've been funded with like 4 accounts before. I've lost them from then on, you know. We're still in the stages of progressing. But even when I was funded like a bunch, like, I would still be taking evals. Just keep stacking. Like, why not just keep stacking? Anyway, all right. So this is my Apex account. Hopefully it can focus. It's my Apex account. Real account. Let's go on to the signatures. Everyone can fucking see this shit. 14th of January, 50k Trade Evade account. Passed. My name. As you can see, I got the account paid for, or whatever, the certificate, whatever, on 16th of January. Yeah. So, passing account. So this video is going to show you how I've already got a funded account within the first 2 weeks of the year. A lot of people's New Year's resolution, I'm going to get funded. I'm going to get payouts. Well, I'm going to show you how I've already gotten funded in the first 2 weeks. I have got funded before on multiple accounts. So, like, it's not like it's a new thing for me, right? But, like, I was in the position where I couldn't get funded. I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get nothing to work. I couldn't get any type of consistency. Like, I get it, bro. So, like, I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to walk through the trade itself technically, and I'm also going to walk it through psychologically. All right, so now we're going to switch on to the computer. So we have the trade Zella now. I'm going to be showing y'all the account that is now archived, being why it says read only. This is the Apex account that I did pass and have only traded since the 2nd of January. If we go back to December, nothing from there. Started on the Thursday, the 2nd of January, 2025. We can see that most of the profit was made on this first day, leaving me with only $500 roughly to make after that. Lost probably about 2 or 3 trades on the Friday. Came back the following week, made back a decent amount, almost there. And then on Tuesday, ran the rest through. Now, I did take a few trades on that Tuesday, and I was down about 600, and then this $1,100 trade brought me all the way back, and I was able to pass the account. This was a little bit of an overtrade, but like I said before, I am a bit more aggressive when it comes to my challenges because we want to get through them, bro. We want to get funded. We want to start making some fucking money. Like, who gives a fuck if you pass an account? Like, that's for the new people to the space, and it is a good effort and a respectable achievement if you are to pass an account. But that's stage one. That's, first year, the first year things. Like, that's first year things. I'm a year and 4 months, it's time to start putting the pedal on. I don't trade micros anymore. I make, like some people might be like, oh, but like risk management, like it's all about how much are you risking? How much percent is that of the account? The way I trade futures, nah, bro, it is, how do you say? In order to make millions of dollars a year trading, bro, like I'm gonna just be honest, if you really want to make money in this game, bro, like you have to get used to risk. And in order to make 2, 3, 4 million a year, which is where we all want to get to eventually, right? Like you want to be making the big money. Bro, you can't be trading 5 cons, bro. You can't be trading 5 minis. That like when you want to do that in a year, like we're talking 20, 30, 40 minis a trade throughout the year to make that type of money, right? So, I'm doing one mini because it's a 50K account. As soon as I get a bit of a buffer on there, I'm going to be putting it to 2, more of a buffer, 3, 4, 5, and just continuously putting more money down. And even with this 50K account, like depending on where my stop loss is and where my entry is, if I'm in profit, I like to add to trades when it comes to futures and scalping. And this last trade that you see, this $1,100, this is actually from, I added a second contract. As soon as I had the intuition and I could see that it's about to shoot, and I added the contract and it shot, trailed all the way until the account was passed, got out, bang. All right, so that's where we're at. Just the proof, transparency, just under 2 weeks. So a week and 2 more trading days. So yeah. So now we are going to move over to the chart where I'm going to show you this trade that I took on this day, January 2nd. And I'm also going to be showing you the trade that I took on Tuesday to then pass the account, because that's obviously majority of where the profits came from, was from these 2 trades. So let's go. Okay, so we're here at the chart. This is the daily chart on NQ. I'm showing this trade using replay because, I want to see from when the trade actually happened. So coming into the day, from what I showed you in a previous video of how I analyze the chart, what are we doing? Are we rejecting lows or are we rejecting highs? Well, let's see. We have this high here, break through that, cool. Come back down, big move back down, breaking through this low. Okay, cool. Coming back up to this PD array in premium, being a daily order block. What do? Reject that. Daily soup. And then we see this daily BISI getting ran through inverse. So what are we? We're bearish. We're respecting bearish PD arrays and breaking through bullish ones. That's the first thing. Okay, now going down onto a lower time frame. I got the move having already played out, but analyzing, this is what I saw at the time, why I took the trade, right? Coming down to the 4 hour, we can see the same thing. Breaking lows, rejecting highs, breaking lows, rejecting highs, breaking lows. Coming into today, or this day. Go down to the hourly chart. All right. Now, if you downloaded the free PDF, you'll know what I'm about to go into next. We need a higher time frame key level or what? If you know the answer, good job. If you don't, I'm going to tell you right now. SMT. All right, let's see if we can see an SMT here. At the time of 6 a.m. New York Eastern Time, which is what? 6 a.m. on futures is the opening of a 4 hour candle. So this is the opening of a 4 hour candle right there. 6 a.m. open. And what does it do? It opens high, right? It opens slightly low, all the way high.
Now, what can we see? We can see that ES took out this intermediate term high here, meaning that is an SMT. ES made a new high, whereas NQ made a higher low or lower high rather than a higher high, indicating SMT. So that was the basis of why I took the trade. Now, where did I enter? Now moving down to the 15-minute time frame. So I was watching the chart at this time. I got in around here at 8:30. As I've told you before, I start monitoring the market around 8:30 and sometimes take a trade between the 8:50 and the 9:10 macro. But I believe I actually took this trade at 8:30 as soon as I got to the chart, because we're bearish. The higher time frame's bearish. We got a higher time frame SMT with liquidity below. I was willing to risk it and I got in. So we can see that price was moving down here around 7. I was not watching the chart at this time. I'm getting to the chart around 8:20, 8:30. Perfect timing. That's when price had retraced into a 15-minute SIBI right here. And since we've already respected this and broken through a few 15-minute bullish bissies, as well as somewhat disrespecting this order block here with closures, body closures within that order block, even if it's subtly, as you can see right there, showing that the order block is not giving the reaction that we want to see. So price came back up here, got in there, and I think I even put my stop loss above that high here, just in case wanted to sweep one more time, wanted to give it a couple more, like 5-10 points of room. And then what did I do? I held the trade until down here. I only scalped it. I didn't catch this whole crazy move. Nah, I just took a piece of it. That's all you need. I just took a piece. So price started going down here. 9:30, big shoot down. If I'm knowing 9:30 open, you see a big shoot in one direction, most likely it's going to get somewhat reversed or heavily retraced on. So I just trailed stop as much as I could. Going down to the 5-minute, we started moving down, and I was just trailing stop all the way down. I'm pretty sure we had a 5-minute. Yeah, we did. We had a 5-minute SMT here into the 5-minute order block there. If you see an SMT like this, you always need to have some sort of PD array paired with it. And I took price down on the 1-minute time frame, just trailing all the way. As soon as it started to reverse, I saw this 5-minute open low. I think this is a rejection block on a higher time frame, but it's a pretty good point. Tapping into the POC here. POC is a low that was souped and previously moved from. Can sometimes be used as support later on. Sauce. Write that down. So I saw that we hit the POC. And that's when I started trailing stop very aggressively. And I did. And I got 2.5K out of that. I think I went in from here at about, and I held full too. I just trailed. I didn't partial. I just held full. That's a 1,000 ticks. So yeah, I think I went in. I think I was in maybe it wasn't a mini. It was, well, definitely not. It was like 7 micros or something like that, all the way down. So that's the first trade breakdown. Now we're going to be going to Tuesday's trade of how I made the remaining amount. Okay, so again, exact same process. Trading is repetitive. Do the same thing again and again and again. Does it work? It works. The same thing happens again and again. And when I mean the same thing, I do not mean a pattern. I mean a logic. All right, same thing. What are we doing? Are we rejecting highs or are we rejecting lows? Well, let's see. Same thing here. Respected this bearish PD array on the higher time frame. Came up again. Respected another bearish PD array at this time. Heading down. Disrespecting this bullish PD array there with a big thick candle. So what am I going to be looking for this day? Shorts. Could this be the day that it starts to reverse? Sure, it can. But the highest probability is to look for a short. If I'm just scalping, then the higher time frame bias on the daily doesn't even really matter. but I still want to have the higher probability to go in the direction that I believe the day is going to be going with. Even if that gives me a 51 to 49 better odd. And in this case, it worked, right? Okay, so that's the daily. We got our bias, bearish. Go down to the 4 hour. Oh, sorry. And we also see that on this day, there was a daily SIBI here. So we were actually in a higher time frame key level at the time, giving more confirmation that we're going to be bearish. Right now, we're in a daily bearish PD array. If we're going to reverse, it's going to be in here. Going down to the 4 hour. Okay, firstly, what do we see? We know we're in a higher time frame key level. It's on a Tuesday after Monday had opened low, which gives confirmation of bullish bias. But since we were in a daily bearish PD array after a bearish week, I'm still looking for shorts. But as you'll see later on, that yesterday on CPI was the reversal. Could still be going back down, but it was the reversal to come back up into these areas. But anyway, so what do we see? Firstly, coming to the chart. I'm around the chart, but within the 6 a.m. 4 hour candle here. And what do we see? We see 4 hour SMT within a daily PD array. So a combination of a 4 hour SMT within a daily key level, that's a pretty high confirmation for a move. So we can expect a move from these highs until at least a PD array in discount on the 4 hour time frame to be safe, which would be this 4 hour order block. So until this line gets tapped, strong bearish. What else do we have? We have an internal 4 hour SMT high here. Another confirmation. All right. Okay. So let's go down to the 1 hour. So right now we're looking for bearishness. You can see a lot of chop in here as soon as 9 o'clock opens. Some chop, 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 or when 8 o'clock opens. But we know that SMT is set. We know that we're still rejecting the high. We're not really looking like we're coming lower, right? Got the key level. We got the SMTs. We got the bias. Order flow. Going down again to the 5 minute time frame. Okay. And this is where I took my trade based off of the 5 minute time frame. Now, the main thing here, I'm going to take away the higher time frame. Well, the external 4 hour SMT. I'm taking that away. And I'm only going to be having marked the 4 hour internal SMT because it's easier to see on the lower time frame. Boom, right there. Okay. And you'll see why I did that. So, what time is this? 8:30 news, PPI. News creating a higher time frame SMT within a daily key level in bearish order flow. We're looking for shorts. We're looking for shorts where we are manipulating up on a high impact news event. Everything's starting to line up. Everything is starting to line up, right? What happens? 9:30 opens. Soups here. Now, it soups here and rejects and goes lower and breaks this low without taking out the SMT that news set. That is giving me indication that algorithmically this SMT is protected. It's a protected high, meaning that there's higher probability that we're going to head lower. We're about to head lower. We're going to head lower soon, but we wait. We wait for it to be clear, okay? So, have that SMT, we come up, take this high here, believe that that was also a 5 minute SMT high, bang, right there. And just imagine this in real time. Like, imagine all these candles here aren't even here. I mean, like, even here, 'cause I put the replay tool, so I only took my, caught my trade. But you even saw on the 4 hour, that price did end up going all the way down here. In the moment, it looks like chop. In the moment, it looks like chop, and that's the beauty of hindsight. But right now, I have it set where it's still, you can still kind of see that, like, if you're in the moment, it looks choppy, and it's looking like, oh, it's a bad session. I don't know if I want to do it. But price just likes to fuck around with you, especially in the first hour of the session, to get out all the impatient people, you know? Okay, so we've set this other internal SMT high, not taking out the internal higher time frame SMT high from news, indicating that we want to go lower, right? Okay. Take this, displace down. I'm like, all right. As soon as we displace below this low, I was then in the mode of like, okay, my setup is coming. The setup's coming. The setup's coming. So where can I expect price to react from? And as you saw from my TradeZilla, I'm still being transparent. I took a few trades within here. I think I tried to take this exactly. I think that was one of my winners. But then when we came back up into this that I'm about to say right now, took a loss, took another loss, whatever. I was waiting for it, and it came. But I was waiting for it. 5-minute Sibi here. We can expect this to hold. Gets ran through. Okay, cool. No worries. Still doesn't change my bias. Where's the next point that I can expect? Either this Sibi here or this 5-minute order block there. So what do? We go up into the most premium PD array. Now, and at the time, and this is where intuition comes into play. Because price entered this 5-minute Sibi. Enter here, close, still respecting it. And then this candle came all the way up here. It was floating here for like 4 minutes, fully disrespecting this, but the candle had not closed yet. And in the last 30 seconds, price flipped back down, closing bearish, respecting that. That was my indication to get in now. But then I even fractalized it even more on the 1 minute time frame. So what did I do? I saw that we flipped back down. This is the 1020 candle that closed back, respecting this. So that's the closure right there. So I'm expecting the next 5-minute candle, or that's the closure right there. And so I'm expecting the next 5-minute candle to open slightly high. Do we have anything on the 1 minute time frame where it can open slightly high into? Yes, we do. We have a 1 minute Sibi here that needs to get filled. Bang. Gets filled and respected. I'm like, okay, yep. Right now we're good. We're bearish. We're also below the breaker right here, and we're respecting it, closing back below. So what do? I take the next entry after this, being a 1 minute CISD right there. Boom. See price go up, tap it. As soon as it starts coming back down like that, I get in. Bang, right there. I'm in. Stop above this high. 1 minute soup. And what did I need? I didn't need much. This candle here, I got in about there. This candle gave 136 ticks. So it did that, kind of floated here for about 10 seconds, and I knew it was about to shoot. As soon as it tapped that and I got in, and now it's flipped to bearish with this liquidity below this fair value gap on the 1 minute there, ready to get filled. I was like, oh no, this is about to shoot. Out of the second contract, so I'm in 2 minis on a 50K where I only needed at the time, I needed 800 to pass. And so I took the 2 cons for 100, and yeah, I got out like almost like right at the bottom. It was like right there, I got out for about 136. And that was the trade. And obviously that was actually the high. If I stayed in, trade kept going until that 4-hour thing, and then you got a suit within it and then start moving up. But that was the high of the actual session. That was a really good entry, and that was a bit longer than I intended, but just giving value. That's all I'm trying to do, just give value. Also tracking my journey as well to whoever the fuck is gonna watch this, whenever the fuck they're gonna watch it. I'm just gonna keep uploading, keep doing my thing. So that's the 2 trades that enabled me to pass my first eval of the year, being a 50K Apex account. I am currently now, so I passed that on Tuesday, paid for it on Wednesday, the next day, Australian time. Next day, I woke up during the Asian session and paid for it. Now I have that funded account. I'm now trading a Top Step account because I want a Top Step account next. I bought that Apex account on that New Year's sale, 90% off. I'm now trading Top Step. I've traded this one day, yesterday. And I was really just slicing and dicing yesterday. I was just taking scalps, going break even immediately, just slicing and dicing. Got up almost 500, so about a sixth of the way. So we'll see how this account goes. Like I said, evals, I like to push it a little bit. I like to be more aggressive. I like to go BE a lot quicker. I like to trail stop quicker. If I'm down 20 ticks and I don't like it, and the trade's still valid, my strategy still allows me to stay in the trade. It's not invalidated yet. I'll just get out just in case, and I'll get back in. I'm a bit more aggressive with evals. And I've also found that it's a lot better psychologically, at least for me. Because with me, if I have more than one account that I'm trading at a time, I will prioritize one over the other subconsciously. So I treat one account like absolute shit. and then one account really good. Because I actually had a Top Step account that was trading at the same time as that Apex account. And that Apex account was obviously up. It was almost past 2 point whatever after the first day of trading it. And because it was almost past, in my mind, subconsciously, like, oh, this is my priority. This is the one that's going to pass. So I'm able to start trading a funded account on futures. And so the Top Step account that I had at the time, because it was up maybe $200 and then it went down into drawdown. And I just traded it like shit because I knew that, like, oh, you know, it's the other account that's gonna do it for me. So I'm not worried about this one. And I ended up blowing that account because I kind of just was taking stupid trades on that because I understood subconsciously that the other account was the one that mattered. So now I'm really, truly trying to trade aggressively, but one at a time. I have an allocated amount of money a week that I can put towards eValves. And another thing is that I like to purely trade eValves, stack them, and then purely trade fundeds. I don't like to trade fundeds while I have an eValve because I do the same thing that I just said. I prioritize one. I know that my fundeds are worth more, and I treat my eValves like shit. So I have an Apex funded account. There's no monthly payment that I have to make on it now. It's a lifetime activation fee. Don't have to pay for anything. Don't even have to take one trade a month or nothing like Forex props. So now I just leave it. I just leave it until I stack another. I want about four funded accounts that I'm going to trade separately, not trade copy yet. Get a payout or two from one of those four, you know, and then keep the other ones. I'll trade one at a time. So get a payout from one of them, trade the next one, get a payout from that one, and then go again. So I have a little bit of a buffer. I got some payouts, got about 4K USD. Still have a job. Everything's cool, fine. Not rushing. And then back to the eval, stack another 3 to 4. Do it again until I have about 20 to 30, whatever. Maxed, allocated on Top Step and Apex, whatever. And then we go from there. So that's the game plan. So right now we're trading the Top Step. We're up a 6 of the account, looking good in one day. So I would like for it to take maybe roughly around the same time, maybe around 2 weeks to pass this account as well. I'm cool with that. And then I might try and do one more. So that's a month and a half of getting eValves. And then I'll be trading just purely fundeds for a little bit. So that's the game plan. So that's how I've already gotten funded in 2025 using my strategy. If you found value in this video, the gems, the way that I'm saying that I'm thinking about it, and then obviously the technicals that I showed you a bit before, which were gold and very saucy. So please take notes on that. Watch it a few times. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you took value and I hope you learned from it. I want to let you know I also have a free PDF that I got the link in the description. And it's PDF over the model that I literally just explained using SMT in the futures market, which funded me this account. So if you're not downloading a free fucking PDF that told you how I passed my account in less than 2 weeks, I don't know, bro. So go get the free shit. I'm also trying to build a Discord and a community. So if you want to join that, that is also on the same link. Suss that out. I'm going to be giving crazy value in that group once it's built up. So if you want to be one of the early joiners to the group, you will be taken care of. Obviously, you will get more special treatment, you know, since there's not that many people in there at the moment, right? So yeah, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe. I'm going to be coming out with another video tomorrow. I'm recording this on Thursday. This video is going to come out on Saturday. And I got another one coming out on Sunday. So until the next video, peace.